Hey Potters, this video is to show you about store-bought underglaze transfers, and you can find them right here in our glazing area. So go ahead and grab what you want. You can piece these together. You can cut them out to make your own patterns. You can also, if you're interested, go online and search Underglaze transfers. We really like the brand Elaine's Underglaze transfers. All right, to do Underglaze transfers, you need to have a sponge with some clean water. Of course, the transfers you're gonna use. I also grabbed a pair of scissors because I'm gonna cut them out into circles. The nice thing about underglaze transfers is you can do them on a pot that's been bisqued or a leather hard pot, or in this case, this is a pot that's just bone dry. I'm going to cut this last transfer out. I mean, you don't have to cut them, but it's kind of a nice way to use these scraps creatively and kind of make them your own. And then these are kind of like temporary tattoos, except there's nothing temporary about them. So I'm gonna get my sponge wet. It's not soaking wet, you know, it might be dripping just a smidge. And I'm also going to get my underglaze transfer. So there's two sides here, of course. We have the lighter side and then there's a darker side. It's the darker side that you want to put towards your pot, okay? And then you're going to take your sponge and just kind of hold it in place like so. Then I'm going to squeeze this sponge out and I'm just going to rub this. I kind of like make this more dense and I'm going to rub this. Now, if you rub it too hard, the tissue paper might rip. I'm just going to use my finger. If you rub it too much, your design might start to bleed or smear. So now you can take a needle tool or your nail and get that tissue paper off, and then it's going to transfer right on there. While you're doing that, you want to make sure that you don't get any water on any of the other transfers, because if you get any water on these, it will mess them up. So make sure you're keeping your space really clean. Now, if you go to peel it off and it hasn't transferred enough, like maybe you've missed some spots, you can always go back, put that back down, lay that back down, and just rub a little bit more where it didn't transfer, and then go ahead and remove it. While you're rubbing it, if some of the blue rubs out from underneath, you just need to get a clean part of your sponge and wipe up that blue that might have gotten out from the sides before you take it off. It's hard to clean that up after you take it off, so it's best to do it before. And there you have it. I don't want this little piece here, so I'm just gonna rub that part off. Depending, like this hasn't been bisqued yet, so I would want to go bisque this, and then I could clear glaze this. I could wax resist over these areas and dip it in a different color glaze. These would be left exposed with just the bare clay. There's a lot of different options you can do. So have fun exploring, experimenting, and coming up with your own designs.